The absence of Neymar Jr. from Brazil's 2026 World Cup plans is no longer a matter of speculation. It is rapidly becoming a foregone conclusion. Analysts across South America suggest there is now an 80% likelihood that the talismanic forward will miss the tournament entirely, a seismic development for a footballing nation that has built its modern identity around individual attacking brilliance. But in the void left by Neymar's potential non-involvement, a larger and more important question now emerges. Who carries the creative engine of the Seleção? Brazilian fans grew accustomed to seeing a singular magician orchestrating the attack, from the iconic era of Pelé to the unstoppable reinvention of Ronaldinho and the game-breaking explosions of Ronaldo Nazario. These were the architects of rhythm, rule breakers who didn't just create chances, they created culture. In today's squad, the right wing is increasingly anchored by a prodigious teenager, Estêvão, a player many experts consider indispensable, while the resurgence of Raphinha gives Brazil both directness and adaptability from wide areas. The situation, however, becomes cloudier when assessing the arsenal behind the striker, the attacking midfield role that refuses to stay assigned to one individual. One match, it is the creative depth of Lucas Paqueta. Another, it is the inverted freedom of Rodrigo, and sometimes an improvised hybrid created by the manager's pressing system. This constant rotation has infused unpredictability into the team, but not always in a beneficial way. It has created a mosaic of tactical experimentation, a kaleidoscope of solutions without one definitive answer, leaving a lingering sense of imbalance when it matters most. The byproduct has been a Brazil attack that feels bold but unfinished, full of artistic flourishes but short on structure. And amidst this ongoing midfield carousel, one name fans argue has been both unfairly ignored and dramatically misunderstood: Antony. Because where Brazil is still searching for a player who brings control and chaos, someone who can command the ball with confidence, intensity, and elegance in equal measure, Antony has quietly built one of the most compelling cases for inclusion. Loaned to Real Betis, Antony has not only reinvented his form, he has re-engineered his identity. In his recent fixture against Villarreal, he delivered an assist that electrified the attacking dynamics and reinforced his playmaking reliability, adding another decisive statistical imprint to his growing contribution. His impact isn't just occasional, it is recurring. His passing maps, key pass volume, recoveries in transition, pressing success rate, and final third penetration all speak of a forward who is tactically honest, technically adventurous, and situationally effective. Since his arrival at Betis, the club's attacking structure has visibly shifted, reshaped, and stabilized, with Spanish analysts noting that his presence alone has altered the team's chance creation curve through single-handed game involvement, ball progression responsibility, and wide-to-central connectivity. Where others deliver sparks, Antony delivers sequences. Where others deliver moments, he delivers momentum. And yet, he has only been called up once by the national team coach, Carlo Ancelotti, and has remained absent from subsequent selections. The reasoning behind this exclusion remains unclear, even frustrating. For a player who continues to tick multiple performance boxes and solve multiple attacking equations simultaneously, this silence from Ancelotti feels unusually loud. Some fans believe he remains part of the long-term plan, and the coaching staff is still observing his transformation from afar, possibly delaying call-ups until after deeper internal evaluation. There is growing anticipation that Antony could finally be summoned for Brazil's March fixtures against France or Croatia, a crucial international window before the final World Cup roster crystallizes. Considering the existing pool of number 9 candidates, from the positional discipline of Richarlison to the technical completeness of Gabriel Jesus and the physical dominance of Pedro, the selection battle up front is competitive but not catastrophic. Brazil has options there. What Brazil lacks is a midfield attack adhesive, the creative connective tissue. A system combining Estêvão on the right wing with Antony operating in a complementary wide channel, while allowing Raphinha to shift forward or connect centrally alongside Matheus Cunha, could deliver one of the best attacking balances Brazil has had in years. Cunha's aggressive forward runs, Raphinha's adaptable positioning, and Antony's control-based creativity could create a triangular equilibrium that blends flair with function, chaos with cadence, and freedom with framework. Historically, even talented Brazilian wingers like Savinho and current squad alternatives like Luiz Henrique have shown flashes of brilliance, but have not always offered their best performance consistently, leaving unanswered questions over reliability, impact frequency, and big moment delivery. Antony's case contrasts sharply here. He doesn't fade into matches, he stamps them. Where his presence once felt debated, it now feels demanded. Attacking balance isn't just defensive firepower, it is equilibrium. Brazil doesn't need more attackers, it needs better attacking relationships. The nation that once mesmerized the football world through orchestrators now finds itself craving one again. Someone who doesn't just change angles, but changes outcomes. Raphinha remains Brazil's most versatile attacking weapon. He has operated wide, inverted as a half-space threat, dropped into midfield channels as a ball recycler, and surged forward as a second attacker when games demanded it. But even versatility needs a focal axis, and for many supporters, Antony has the kind of ball-dominant intelligence Brazil currently lacks in midfield transitions, positional reconstruction, and attacking continuity. A squad full of magicians is not the goal. A squad conducted by one is. The case for Antony is not emotional. It is logical. It is statistical. It is tactical. His performance graph is rising, not random. His influence isn't individual, it's infrastructural. At Betis, he hasn't just played football. He has designed tempo, shaped attacks, and carried responsibility, showing an argument rooted not in nostalgia, but in necessity. And if Brazil has always shown one thing with generational certainty, it is this: when the right player finally arrives, the door eventually opens, even if reluctantly, belatedly, or confusingly delayed. The world once questioned whether Brazil could function without Neymar. Now the world may soon witness a Brazil that functions better, because it found replacement creativity, not replacement fame. Antony isn't asking to be the main character. He's proving he already is a missing chapter. The call-up many assumed unrealistic now feels rational, justified, and perhaps inevitable. The World Cup script may be changing, not weakening, and the next evolution might not belong to Brazil's most famous star, but to Brazil's most timely solution. And if Ancelotti is paying attention, Brazil's next World Cup attack might not just look artistic again. It might look anchored again. The conversation is no longer, is Antony good enough? The conversation has become, how is Antony still not here? Because Brazil is not losing a magician. Brazil may soon be rediscovering its conductor.